How's it going, everybody on YouTube and you Power Rangers collectors? I am here today to show you another custom Lightning Collection Green Ranger figure. And no, it's not the same custom that I did before. It's a complete different figure, and I really hope you like it. So let's get straight to it. Now, if you are a true Power Rangers fan, you're going to know exactly what this is and how I came up with this idea. If not, I'm going to just tell you anyways. This figure was inspired from that episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers when Rita Repulsa decided to give her Putty Patrol powers so they could become Power Rangers. And they were actually known as Mutant Rangers. But while watching that episode, I'll be like thinking to myself, it would be nice to have a Mutant Green Ranger figure. So I decided to make one. And of course you can see what I used to make it. But I'm going to just tell you everything that I did anyways. First thing is, of course, I removed that silver trim and the diamond and repainted that diamond. I repainted his mouthpiece and extended that silver paint all the way to the edge of the mouthpiece, just like in the show. I cut and removed his white belt off the Green Ranger figure, and I tossed it to the side because I'm using it for another one, for another custom figure. But the Putty Patrol figure was never cut. I took the Putty Patrol figure and took a screwdriver and I went underneath it and I started pulling it, stretching that rubber out, and I was able to push and pull that belt over his thighs and his knees, and I was able to remove it. By doing that, I stretched the rubber and made it more loose. So that made it more easier to put on the Green Ranger figure. And over time, that rubber shrunk back to normal size, and now it's a complete perfect fit. Removing the Green Ranger boots was more difficult. I wanted to use a complete figure and not have to take the Putty Patrol and paint that part green. I wanted to use the actual Green Ranger figure. If I wanted to, like I said, I could have just removed this peg right here where my thumb is and put a Putty Patrol leg on there instead and just painted that part green. I didn't want to do that. So what I had to do was literally get behind the boots where that little square hole is. I took a flathead screwdriver, a real small one, got in there, and I jimmied it down to that peg hole, and I was able to get underneath it and start pushing and pulling that peg out of the boot, and the Green Ranger's boots eventually popped right out. So I was really happy that worked. I took the Putty Patrol boots and popped it into the peg, and now it's fully functional, and it twists and everything. While doing that, I also cut my thumb up, you can see. But, you know, it was worth it. The last step I had to do, I wanted to use the full glove and this elbow piece of that Putty Patrol figure. So I literally had to take this peg off, pop off the gloves, and I painted this part right here green, and I let it dry for 2 days so I can handle it and not scratch off any paint. After it dried, I put the pegs back in. Now that was really hard to do too, because the pegs was like a pain in the butt to pop back into those holes. So I had to like get something to stretch that holes out and make it bigger, and then I was able to get the peg in there, and then that plastic eventually shrunk back to size. By using a lighter, you can help shrink back that hole too to put it back to small size. So it worked out, and I was really happy with it. And so because of that, these gloves are fully functional. They do twist. This figure is still brand new, so it's really hard to twist these wrists around right now. But you can actually pop these hands off and put these parts on instead. So if I wanted to put this on a shelf and I wanted to use this instead, I could just pop these off and put that in there. So I was really happy about that feature. And I gave him the Sword of Darkness because in that episode he actually used this sword. The only difference is that it was all gray. And I'm actually thinking about doing that. I'm going to try to find that color gray and repaint that sword, all of it gray, and so I can have it completely close to, you know, the sword from that episode. So in the comments below, guys, let me know what you think about this custom. Do you like it? Do you think Hasbro should go down this route and make these Mutant Power Rangers? I really think they should, man. I mean, this looked awesome, and I was really happy I was able to make this. So this bad boy will be on my shelf for display only. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for your positive comments if you leave them. Anybody that leaves negative ones, you know, whatever. Your opinion is your opinion, but you know, once again, thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this custom, and you guys have an awesome week.